All right, hello everybody. KVUE Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here with our nightly extended update on the forecast here on KVUE Plus and YouTube Live. So a couple things going on. Number one, we've got another round of fire danger, which is coming in for tomorrow. You guessed it, another dry, breezy cold front. So until we're able to get some meaningful rain, all of these cold fronts that kick up the wind will continue to bring an elevated fire threat. Now, behind this cold front, it's not an Arctic cold front, but I think you'll notice the difference. It's going to be a little cooler, a little breezy on Sunday. This front will be good for about a 20-degree temperature drop. But then next week, it's short-lived. We'll rebound. I actually think temperatures could be in the 90s for parts of our area by the middle and end of next week. So with that, let's get into the forecast. Here's the weekend breakdown. Of course, we've got like a billion things going on across Central Texas this weekend. 80 for the afternoon high on Saturday. Now, I want to point this out. That 80 is going to happen around 1 or 2 o'clock, and then once that front moves through, temperatures will start to drop for the late afternoon into the evening. By the way, there's also a 30% chance for mainly some showers, maybe a downpour through the first half of Saturday, but no rain along the front. Then behind the front, we'll go down to about 42 Sunday morning, 63 for the afternoon high on Sunday. Not a freezing cold day, but I think if you'll be out and about, probably, long sleeves, maybe hoodie type weather is what we have in the forecast. Breezy, dry, cold front. Another red flag warning. This one does not include the Austin area or essentially like the northern half of our KVUE area. However, it's still going to be an elevated fire risk, especially for Caldwell, Hayes, Blanco, and Gillespie counties. This will go from noon to 8 p.m. on Saturday. You know the drill after what we dealt with earlier in the week. Absolutely no outdoor burning. And if you see any fire that is starting, make sure you call it in so the authorities can take care of it before it spreads, because with this type of wind, anything that develops could spread quickly. Here's a live look outside from our Zach Theater camera. Looking out over downtown Austin. Highs today. This was some of our warmest weather so far of this year. We actually got a little bit warmer back last month. We had 87 one afternoon. We had 84 degrees today, 82 at the airport. Morning was mild, 50s, low 60s. Average for this time of the year is 71. Obviously, we were way above that. Here's the hourly forecast. If you have plans to get out on this Friday evening, we'll be dropping through the 70s and then eventually into the upper 60s, mid-upper 60s. Once those low clouds start to develop tonight, though, ahead of the cold front, that will level off the cooling. So we're not going to get much cooler than that to start the day tomorrow. Here's our cold front. You can see it. Well, actually, let's see. It looks like we got maybe a little bit of activity on the radar here. Let me check that out for you. That cold front, though, which is in the process of moving into North Texas. Let's zoom in, and how about that? Sometimes you get a little rogue storm that pops up. So out of nowhere, we've got a little storm which has developed here over Gillespie County, so we'll keep an eye on that. This is not severe, but it is producing some pockets of heavy rain. This is going to come into the Fredericksburg area, so I'll be honest with you, we were not expecting storms at all for this evening, but it looks like a little activity has fired up there in Gillespie County. So other parts of the hill country will watch this. Blanco and Delano into Mason County. Does not seem like this stormy weather will make it into the Austin area, but again, we will keep an eye on it. Here's the temperature map right now. It is 77 in Austin. It is 79 in Bastrop, mid-upper 70s right now across the hill country. The wind has been relatively light today. It's a southeast wind, which is why we've been a little bit on the humid side, but obviously that's going to change once the front moves through. As we talked about the rogue storm that has developed, the storm outlook through the rest of tonight is highlighting low-end strong storm potential, mainly to our north. Not a huge severe threat, but a couple stronger storms north of here, but not in our KVUE area. Then likewise tomorrow, north and then eventually east of here, there could be a couple of strong storms, but I'm not expecting severe weather here in our local forecast. But again, we will keep an eye on that storm which has popped up here over Gillespie County. Here's the model data. Tomorrow morning, mid-60s. As we go along and east of I-35, we've got some isolated showers, maybe a couple of downpours that will develop. Here comes the cold front, though, as we go into the early to mid-afternoon. So, again, if you live in Williamson County or Milam County or the northern hill country, it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow. The reason being the front will get to you sooner. In Austin and Point South, it will be low to mid-80s, just ahead of the front. But you can see eventually it works through our entire KVUE area by 10 o'clock. Breezy, cooler, 40s in the hill country, low 50s in the Austin area. We keep going into Sunday morning. It will be in the upper 30s in the hill country. Not a freeze even for the coldest pockets, but it's going to be pretty chilly, especially now that we have turned the page into March. 41 for the morning temperature in Austin. Then it's a mostly sunny sky. Not frigid, but definitely cooler. Highs in the low to mid 60s for the afternoon on Sunday. Wind speeds, look at this. Not as windy as what we had back on Tuesday. We're not going to have, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, but some 30 to 35 mile an hour gust, maybe some 40 mile per hour gust. That is going to be a possibility as this model is showing. So again, that is why we have that fire weather concern. Also, if you're heading to Q2 Stadium, Austin FC 7:30 kick, playing Colorado, 55 degrees. The temperature at the start of the match, a brisk north wind, not freezing cold, but especially after the warm afternoon, I think that will be a little bit of a shock to the system. So maybe some long sleeves or a light jacket heading out to Q2 Stadium. Springing forward this weekend. Yep, remember that. So Saturday night into Sunday at 2 a.m. we spring forward an hour. So here's a look at the sunrise, sunset for Saturday, 6:48 a.m., 6:34 p.m. And then as we spring forward, 7:47 a.m. is the sunrise on Sunday, 7:35 p.m. is the sunset for Sunday. Here's our 7-day forecast. So we spring forward. Sunday is going to be mostly sunny, but cooler and breezy. Highs in the low to mid 60s. Monday, Tuesday looks really nice next week. Then as we go into Wednesday, we actually have a Pacific weak front coming in. It's obviously not going to cool us down, but it could bring us an isolated storm chance for Wednesday. We'll keep an eye on that, and probably some more fire weather danger behind that front, because look at our temperatures Thursday and Friday. I don't officially have 90 in the forecast, but we're definitely trending in that direction. I think parts of our area, especially in the hill country, could be in the 90s, upper 80s, low 90s by Thursday and Friday of next week. So let's go back to the radar here. I actually want to check in with this little rogue storm, which has gone up in Gillespie County. And here is a look at that. So here's the statewide view. Then we'll zoom in here a little bit closer. These storms, as I mentioned, they are producing some heavy rain, but this is not severe weather. So here's a closer look at it. Some rain here in Gillespie County, and you know what? Rain in this part of the world is just fine with me, given our drought conditions. So we'll keep an eye on this. You can see how it really just kind of literally popped up out of nowhere. But from Enchanted Rock to Fredericksburg down towards the Doss area, Bankersmith, these areas getting a little bit of rain here on this Friday evening. We'll see how far eastward these can make it. Probably not super far, but is it possible Blanco, Burnett, Llano, Mason? Could there be some rain from this little activity? That is a possibility. So we will continue to watch that for you. Otherwise, the kind of main point of our forecast, it is, of course, the cold front coming in tomorrow, a breezy, mainly dry cold front tomorrow. It's going to ramp up the fire weather, especially for areas south and southwest of Austin. I'll show you the 7-day forecast one more time, then I will get off of here. We'll do kind of a short update tonight because got a little bit of a weird schedule going on tonight. Our newscast is actually at 8:30 on KVUE, about an hour and a half from now, so we'll do a full update on the forecast then. Austin FC game tomorrow, turning breezier by the evening, but ahead of that front, around 1 or 2 o'clock, we'll warm up to about 80, then temperatures fall through the rest of the day. We spring forward Saturday night into Sunday. We'll have low 40s Sunday morning, but some 30s in the hill country. The chilliest morning is probably Monday morning, 40 in Austin, maybe some mid-30s, but still not a freeze in the hill country. Tuesday, 79, that looks great. And then we get much warmer Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week with highs in the mid to upper 80s, if not the 90s. Y'all have a good weekend. Next update from